This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Bill Bryant. And Kentucky Morning start right here on WKYT. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, March 2nd.
Now at 6 a.m., a major traffic situation to let you know about in Lexington. We're live on I-75 where a fiery semi-crash is causing big delays.
All the details from that coming up live. Also, we're surveying the damage after strong storms in southern Kentucky.
And counting up the votes from Super Tuesday, a recap of the night's biggest winners.
We're actually seeing spitting snow outside. Nothing that's going to cause any issues, too warm of ground and really not heavy snow whatsoever. But morning flurries of snow showers, afternoon dry, mid-30s. How long do we hold on to this winter pattern? I'll have that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, a lot of news to get to you early. Let's get to it.
Yeah, we're continuing to track this developing traffic situation this morning. A semi-crash on I-75 is causing some major delays.
It was a fiery crash. The semi crashed just after 2 o'clock this morning in the northbound lanes near the North Broadway exit, Paris Pike, 113. WKYT's Mark Barber is there live this morning to update us on how long these delays will be lasting. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. And as traffic is starting to pick up this morning, traffic is really starting to back up even more this morning. There's only one northbound lane of I-75 open here near the 113 mile marker as crews work to clear the wrecked semi just over my shoulder here. Now, you can get an idea of why traffic conditions are so delayed here if you take a look at the dramatic eyewitness video sent into us of this crash. We're told that this semi driver crashed around 2 this morning when he lost control. That's when that semi flipped, and then the contents that he was hauling, auto transmissions, they were strewn all over the interstate. Both sides of the interstate even, the southbound lanes as well as the northbound lanes. Now the flames, as you can see, they're shooting up into the sky. Now we're told that fortunately that driver was able to walk away. He was not seriously hurt. However, we were told that he was taken to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries. Now the southbound lanes here on I-75, they are clear. Crews now really focusing their attention on these northbound lanes where again only one lane is open to traffic. As far as how long it could be before the conditions out here start to improve and drivers are able to move on through real quickly, well, that could really be some time. Crews out here, they don't have a solid estimate as far as when they could reopen these northbound lanes. However, I'm told this is likely to continue through the morning rush hour. So you can expect to see these delays continue. So you may want to start thinking how you can get around this or plan a few extra minutes into your drive for this backup. That's the latest here from I-75. I'm Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. We're going to stay right on top of this story for you through the morning. Our time now is coming up on 6:03, and it was a Super Tuesday for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Both front-running presidential candidates seized the lion's share of the states yesterday. Democrat Clinton won the primaries and caucuses in 7 states. Her Democratic rival Bernie Sanders secured wins in 4 states, including his home state of Vermont. Alaska didn't finish counting until early this morning, just a little bit ago, and Ted Cruz is declared the winner there. No one can seem to catch up, though, with Trump at this point. The Republican won again in 7 states. The GOP frontrunner spent part of Super Tuesday in the Bluegrass State. For about 45 minutes, Trump talked to Kentucky voters about a range of topics, including the economy and education. And he also said Saturday's Kentucky caucus is an important one.
So on Saturday, very important, because everything we do, it's all wonderful, but if we don't vote, that's not so good. So Saturday, you have to get out and vote, okay? The 5th, you have to get out and vote. We promise, everybody promise.
Trump's challengers are planning to have a presence in Kentucky as well ahead of Saturday's caucus. Senator Marco Rubio will be holding a rally on Friday morning at Lexington Center. And Ted Cruz's father will be campaigning for the Texas senator in Louisville and Bowling Green this week. Now, you can find information about Saturday's Kentucky caucus on WKYT.com.
Well, today, the National Weather Service is expected to travel to southern Kentucky to take a closer look at some storm damage. Severe weather caused quite a mess in Laurel County. James Sexton says he watched as wind blew off his neighbor's roof. A first responder who lives in that home was rushed to the hospital.
And we looked up, and the top of the trailer come completely off. And as it moved up this way, then it took the piece of that barn roof off.
The storm also damaged a few buildings and brought down several trees. Storms also caused damage in other parts of southern Kentucky as well. Lona shared an eyewitness picture from Corbin. You can see the tree really just crashed onto that shed there when it was toppled by some high winds. Well, today marks 4 years since deadly tornadoes ripped across the state. Morgan County was one of the hardest hit areas. 6 people died there when an EF3 tornado hit West Liberty. 6 people were killed in Laurel County on March 2nd of 2012. In all, more than 20 people were killed across the state, and we saw nearly 20 tornadoes that day. You can track storms and the latest traffic with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. Download it for free in the Google Play or App Stores.
Certainly was a frightening and destructive day when those tornadoes rolled through 4 years ago. Well, the Lexington Fire Department is needing help in finding 2 people suspected of starting a house fire. The fire badly damaged a home on East 2nd Street last May. A family lived at the home, but no one was there at the time. Lexington arson investigators announced that they have obtained arrest warrants for 24-year-old Angel Benitez and 24-year-old China Benitez in connection to the case. Both will be facing arson charges. The Kentucky Department of Revenue says it is now caught up on a backlog of state tax refunds. The state says a larger number of identity theft and fraud claims had slowed them down. So far, the Revenue Department says it has processed 700,000 of the 800,000 returns it received. And it has also added more call center hours to help out taxpayers. The state says if you are expecting a refund, you should have it in the next few weeks.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We're just getting spotty bits and pieces of some spitting snow showers and also flurries outside. None of this is going to cause any issues. Too warm of ground and too light of snow outside to actually cause some problems. But we're getting some good, healthy clips coming in from the northwest. If you look east of I-75, that is your best opportunity to see the snow showers. And that's just a little bit heavier clip than the flurries we're getting here in Lexington. I'm going to show you a live look here in just a couple of minutes. But there's the shot. And that goes from Maysville. That goes back toward Bracken County, Pendleton, Harrison, Robertson, and then make your way through Fleming County and also Nicholas, Bourbon. And then Clark County, my friends in Winchester, picking up at least a few flurries. So we're actually seeing that here in Lexington, too. Go southbound, 460, also Mountain Parkway. Then you head off toward Howard Rogers Parkway and 421, Highway 15 going in from Hazard all the way to Jackson and Breathitt County, dealing with some snow showers. Even the southeast, when you can't get accumulation in the far southeastern zones in the Appalachian Mountains, then it's really hard to get accumulation in other locations. That's just the best opportunity to get it around here. But you're not even getting accumulation there. Now you can see it looks like it's really coming down, but really that's just spitting snow. And like I said, none of this is going to cause any problems early this morning. We're in the 20s, yes, but remember ground temperatures are still 40 to 50 degrees. We've been in the 50s, 60s, and even 70s yesterday. And check this out, it's 28 now, but at midnight last night we hit 30 degrees, right? At noontime yesterday we were at 65 to 70 degrees. You're talking about a 35 to 40 degree swing in just 12 hours. This was a huge front, huge cold front. Wasn't extremely powerful. We did have a couple of severe thunderstorms southbound into south and southeastern Kentucky, but nonetheless, it was mainly just rain. By the afternoon, we're mostly cloudy skies, temperatures mid-30s. You'll need a jacket this morning. You'll need it by the afternoon, too. Flurries this morning, afternoon, dry conditions, mostly cloudy. Then the next few days, tomorrow we're talking about rain and snow in the forecast, but no snow accumulation whatsoever. It's mainly leaning more toward rain with temperatures there in the 40s. Friday, a couple of flurries early, but still pretty dry day in store. Still pretty chilly there in the low 40s. And then the weekend looks pretty good. Next week, we're talking about a huge temperature jump. We're talking 70s, and we all three kind of agree that, yeah, we're looking forward to that weather. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, ready for that.
Absolutely.
Each morning we bring you weather and traffic. Here's Officer Don with a look at what's happening out on the roads.
Hey, good morning. Well, we do have one problem we're dealing with to start off. That's the one on I-75 at the 113. That tractor trailer involved in a collision down to one lane northbound on I-75 right now because of that. As we get an overall look at traffic flow this morning there first, and then of course that wreck on the interstate. As you can see, traffic's crawling along past that as crews try to get that mess cleaned up. That's I-75 north, about the 113 is where they're dealing with that. Now, as far as our drive times this morning, that of course is going to impact travelers northbound 75, but we're okay toward the Clays Ferry Bridge at the moment, toward Madison County. Also looking looking good on 64 this morning with no issues to deal with there. And around the circle at this moment, no major problems or delays. We'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to in the studio.
All right, we know you will, and quite a situation out there continuing this morning as folks crawl along, and that to keep in mind is during an hour when the traffic is lighter than it probably will be over the next hour or so. So we're heading for the morning rush with that issue. Everybody keep that in mind. Good to have you along. 6:10 on WKYT this morning here on your Wednesday.
Why Donald Trump's wins on Super Tuesday are stoking fear in the Republican establishment.
And he's a true spaceman. An American astronaut is back on Earth this morning after nearly a year in space. We'll check in coming up.
Welcome back. It's 6:14 this morning. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are each inching closer to winning their party's presidential nomination after sweeping victories on Super Tuesday.
They were already the front runners and now have really strengthened their positions. CBS News is projecting both Trump and Clinton won at least 7 of the states in play, racking up hundreds more delegates. Mark Albert has the latest from the campaign trail.
After securing key victories in several delegate-rich states, Donald Trump is shifting his focus to the general election and his Republican Party.
Okay, I'm going to get along great with Congress, okay? Paul Ryan, I don't know him well, but I'm sure I'm going to get along great with him. And if I don't, he's going to have to pay a big price, okay?
Ted Cruz is touting wins in Oklahoma, Texas, and Alaska.
The strongest campaign to beat Donald Trump is our campaign.
Trump's Super Tuesday wins are stoking fear in the Republican establishment, who question whether his nomination would keep them out of the White House.
I think we're about ready to lose to the most dishonest politician in America, Hillary Clinton. And how could you do that? Nominate somebody who's crazy.
Marco Rubio echoed the South Carolina senator. Rubio picked up just 1 win yesterday in Minnesota.
I am the only candidate that not only can unite the party, but I can grow it. If Donald Trump wins the Republican nomination, it will split the Republican Party, and it will basically, I think, split the conservative movement.
With wins in 7 states, Democrat Hillary Clinton widened her lead over Bernie Sanders.
It's clear tonight that the stakes in this election have never been higher.
Sanders won in Colorado, Oklahoma, Minnesota, and his home state of Vermont.
The people, when we stand together, will be victorious.
The presidential candidates face their next major test, March 15th. Mark Albert, CBS News, Washington.
And Republican voters in Kentucky will get to have their say this coming Saturday. And then on March 15th, voters in Florida, Illinois, Missouri, North Carolina, and Ohio, a lot of big states, will be heading to the polls.
Well, 2 people are dead, at least 7 others injured after an SUV crashed through a busy Massachusetts pizza restaurant. The crash happened during rush hour last night at Sweet Tomatoes Pizza in Newton, a suburb of Boston. Police say 2 people who were killed were customers. Witnesses say the SUV came barreling down a hill and did not stop at an intersection before plowing into the restaurant. Well, South Dakota's governor has vetoed a bill that would have made the state the first in the U.S. to approve a law requiring transgender students to use bathrooms and locker rooms that match their sex at birth. Republican Governor Dennis Doggett initially reacted positively to the proposal and then said he needed to research the issue. He rejected the bill after groups like the ACLU and the Human Rights Campaign insisted it was discriminatory. Astronaut Scott Kelly is finally back to Earth after nearly a year in space. A Soyuz capsule carrying Kelly and a Russian cosmonaut touched down in Kazakhstan just before midnight. With this mission, Kelly has spent more time in space than any other American.
Well, our time this morning is 6:17, and certainly now there'll be Scott Kelly will have a lot of tests that he'll undergo, and we could learn a lot from that long time he spent up there. Soon you will be able to get DirecTV without the bulky satellite dish. AT&T, which bought DirecTV last year, is launching 3 new streaming video options that will run on apps. There is no word on what that will cost, but AT&T says it will be less than the current DirecTV bundles. Automakers are focused on building self-driving cars, but Americans are not ready to take their hands off the wheel, at least not yet. In a new study from AAA, 3 out of 4 Americans say they are afraid to ride in a self-driving self-driving car. But 60% say they would like to get some kind of self-driving feature, maybe something like automatic braking or self-parking. So we'll see if the attitudes catch up with the technology there. Thinking about where you want to retire. Well, you might want to, Rebecca says yes, you might want to consider moving out west. Go west. Bankrate.com came out with its list of the best and worst places to retire, and Wyoming came in at #1, followed by South Dakota and Colorado. The survey looked at a combination of the low cost of living, below average crime, and overall well-being. New York came in last on the list at #50. And Kentucky, like so often with so many things, is right in the middle.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Kentucky,
That's
there we go.
interesting.
Yeah, it
Go
really
west.
is. All right.
You know, it's never too early to start thinking about retirement, right? WKYT this morning is just getting started. A security camera captured the unthinkable. Hear from a Louisiana woman who somehow managed to survive being stuck in a tornado. We've got some dramatic must-see video in just a few minutes.
We actually have some flurries and snow showers flying across the region. I'm going to show you what you can expect out of that and also the next few days in this winter pattern. It's not moving. I'll show you that coming up next.
Good morning. Welcome back in. WKYT this morning on the air with all the latest. It is 6:22 now.
We've been following this situation this morning, a semi-crash that's caused a major backup on I-75 in Lexington.
And it's ongoing, and that's what's trending at this hour. The semi flipped and caught fire on the northbound lanes near exit 113 just after 2 o'clock this morning. This is the Paris Pike exit there, by the way. Just one northbound lane is open right now, so there's a major backup, and police don't know how much longer that closure will last.
The National Weather Service is expected to travel to Laurel County today to survey storm damage. A first responder there had to be taken to the hospital after wind ripped off the roof of her house.
Fortunately, things have calmed down now. Let's check in on the forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we got those storms blowing on through, especially south and southeastern Kentucky. Once that pushed through, then the front came through and brought some cold air and a little bit of wraparound moisture. And I call it a little bit. There's really not much to this. Snow showers back toward the east, some flurries around I-75 and back toward the west. So if you're going to get some snow showers, some healthy clips, that's going to be over toward eastern Kentucky. But remember, it's just not much. It's not enough to actually cause any problems whatsoever. Just don't expect that. There's the look. It's coming down at a decent clip outside, but none of this is extremely heavy. So let's go through your day. By midday, eastern Kentucky, you guys will be done with all those snow showers. By 8 or 9 a.m., central zones back toward the west, that's the area that we'll be done with any of these flurries. And afternoon, mid-30s, just a chilly day in store, guys. Mostly cloudy skies later on today, and we're going to be seeing that travel off into the next weekend, too, with your work week being in the 70s. So we're really going to be focusing on this winter pattern back in the forecast for the next few days. Today we're in the 30s, next couple of days in the 40s. But like I told you guys earlier, we have some good news in the forecast later on in the work week and off into your weekend. I'll have that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, long range, the trend is good, right?
Yeah, it looks great.
That word winter, we maybe take that off here before long. All right, it's 6:24 right now, and there is nothing like getting lost in a good book.
Today is National Read Across America Day. It's celebrated every year on March 2nd, the birthday of late writer and illustrator Dr. Seuss. The initiative was created by the National Education Association. The goal is to encourage children and teens to read, so pick up an interesting book today and enjoy. A Louisiana woman lucky to be alive after getting stuck outside during a tornado.
Amazing story. Kyra Johnson, who works for FedEx, says she was delivering packages when the big storm hit. Johnson knew the weather was worsening, but did not realize that she was right in the path of a tornado. You can see from this security footage she tries to run into a store, but it was too late. In just a few seconds, 140 mile-per-hour winds destroyed everything except her.
I just braced myself right here between the Coke machine. It wasn't even a holding on. It was just to brace myself.
The owner of the store says because the tornado hit so fast, he didn't realize that Johnson was left outside. Amazing story.
So glad that she was able to walk away from that. That was a dramatic video.
Story of survival, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is quite the game of fetch.
Right. Meet the ball dogs of the Brazil Open Tournament in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Shelter dogs Frida, Mel, Isabel, and Costella retrieved tennis balls during the match, but they were not as excited to give the balls back. That giving back awareness is what a local shelter is hoping to serve up for abandoned dogs, trying to teach those dogs some new tricks.
You know, if you ever need a little game to play with your dog, I'm telling you, that tennis ball fetch, that is the way to go. And it has to be the real tennis balls, because the other ones that they sell sometimes fall apart.
Right.
I know from experience.
Okay. Lessons learned. Hey, it's 6:26 on WKYT this morning. Glad to have you with us as you rise and shine on your Wednesday.
When WKYT This Morning returns, the Kentucky Wildcats get a big win on the road. Highlights of last night's game at Florida at 6:30.
We'll have that, and also tonight's Powerball jackpot is $292 million. Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $144 million. Kentucky mornings start with WKYT.